what do you think about artificial intelligence for education?
For education, well, it's here. There's no escaping it. You know, yes, we can worry about, then there will be nothing original from the children. There will be, the children won't do their own work. I think we as an institution, as educators, are going to have to invest on those programs that review the work of the children, and everything's going to have to be done digital. But when you look at an author of a book, when you see what they write, they go through an editor. Somebody helps them. So ChatGPT is nothing more than an editor. The original thought, what you tell it to do, it's going to be what you do, what you ask the ChatGPT or the program or the co-pilot or whatever. The only thing is that all those people that used to do that are losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Those editors, there will be no editors.
Yeah. If your job can be substituted by artificial intelligence, it will be done in next years.
I use it. What was it the other day that I was doing? Oh yes, they asked me to go evaluate some compositions from a school. The Lions Club was giving money to juniors in high school, when they finish, they give them money for college, for the university. And I asked, I'm not an English teacher. Math and science are my thing. So I asked ChatGPT to make me a rubric.
Yeah, rubric.
On evaluating an essay. And I put the topic in there. And it came out with an excellent evaluation instrument. Of course, I had it all ready to take. And you see, to do that, I have to think of what I want. I have to decide, what I'm looking for. And even after I did it, I then asked it to change it. So basically, it's just,
it's like
shortening my work.
Yeah, but I accelerate the process.
Right. It's like if I had a partner,
Yeah.
And it's the.
I agree with you. It's something that could take like 2 hours. You can do it in just 10 minutes.
Right. No, not even 10. Not even 10. Depending.
And for me, even the qualifications of each trimester. Do you work here like trimesters?
No, 2 semesters. Yes.
2 semesters. Even I thought that's something that children could do, like imagine like an app, an application, and they work through there. Not everything, but once a day. They do an exercise of mathematics, of linguistics, and it's like vinculated with a machine that they can say, exactly the level of, because at the end of the course, maybe you say, okay, your qualification, your mark in mathematics is 7. Okay, what means 7?
Right.
You know how to add, how to divide, multiplication. So it can say exactly with a lot of precision, no? What's your point on each part, even in linguistic, grammar, whatever. So that could be done by a machine, and that time that all teachers invest in that, we could invest in maybe another more personality reduction. No? For example, Maria Luisa started the course a little bit afraid, and it was difficult at the first months, but then she found herself and she found a place in the group, and now she's fine. So keep going with that attitude in life. Saying more about the kids.
Yes. Well, artificial intelligence is going to make the educator's role much more difficult, in the sense that a lot of I don't know in Europe, but at least in Texas, and even in Louisiana, primary educators have avoided the use of computers. Technology, I don't know why, they just, I don't know. Maybe because in the United States, this is my, observation. It's not, I haven't tested this, but it's my observation as many years as an administrator, that elementary teachers focus so much in teaching reading, because teaching English and teaching children to read in the United States can be very difficult for many reasons. That in itself, for many reasons. And because in Spanish, you see a letter and it has one or two sounds. In English, a letter can have, I don't know how many sounds.
Yeah.
And that's very confusing for a child. So elementary teachers, most of them specialize in reading, and they enjoy sitting with the children and reading and this and that. But once you get to 5th grade, by that time, the children are already in social media, and their life is very different.
Very different.
They're not going to sit there and just watch somebody read to them, or that's not so. With the artificial intelligence, teachers are going to have to get involved in learning more on how to use these skills.
And what age do you start teaching grammar here?
About 7th grade.
7th grade.
Second.
Second grade.
Second grade. I was talking with some of the teachers the other day. The children still have to learn what we call sight words.
Yes.
So the word you see and you pronounce it that way. In Spanish, we tend to change the pronunciation of the word to how it would sound in Spanish. And at least in America, most of the times, the sound will stay with the way it's pronounced either in that region or in the other country. Like chaos. Chaos is a French word. If you look at the spelling of chaos, it should be chaos. In English, it should be chaos. But because we keep the French pronunciation, it's chaos.
In Spain, when we teach English as a second language, we start grammar of 4th grade. First year is when they are from 3 to 7, 8 years old. It's just listening, speaking, trying to be familiar with the language. Don't be afraid. Try to speak, and if something is wrong, it's a cinnamon that you have tried, and that's the way.
Just like any child learns. I think in the United States, with the duolingual programs, they're trying to teach both languages at the same time. I'm not convinced that that's good. I'm not convinced, because Spanish and English are very different. Yes, the brain will benefit from it anyway, but because in all the states, by 5th grade, the children begin taking a very important test, and those that are in dual language testing, they don't do well. They just don't do well.
read in a paper that a person needs 5,000 hours to learn a new language, but depending on the quality of that hours, not the quantity.
Right.
And in Spain, normal public school, when you finish your studies, you reach 1,500 hours. In a school like ours, you are close to 3,000. So imagine that even doing more hours, you don't reach the 5,000 that you need to learn a second language. But if you do a statement or in another schools that they teach a lot of more subjects in English. I mean, there are some schools that do
subject matters.
Yeah, arts in English or science in English. They are close to that 5,000, but I mean, it's not immersive.
Well, you can teach 5,000 hours. It's the vocabulary you use during those hours that makes the difference.
That's it.
I keep telling the teachers, many of them will focus so much on teaching spelling, and I can tell you, studies show that spelling doesn't mean anything. It just, you can teach a monkey to spell. No insult to the monkey, but anyway, it's the vocabulary, the exposure, and the understanding of the words that makes the difference.
And even the phonics.
Yes.
Some teachers don't know how to pronounce, but the phonics are not really, really well. And even Spain is like attractive for parents and for families. If your school, if you've got a program, education program that contains a lot of hours in English, so for them it's attractive. They like it from the kindergarten, from the childhood.
My niece that lives in the Austin area, the capital of Texas, and Austin is very progressive.
Okay.
And they're sending their little girl to a school. We thought they were going to send her. She looked into Catholic schools. We thought she would be sending them to a Catholic school, but no, they chose a school that's ridiculous in price.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. But they teach 3 languages.
Wow.
Spanish, English, and Chinese.
Chinese.
Well, Mandarin probably. Yeah. Then I found out that they don't teach Mandarin till about 4th grade or something. I told my niece, you're going to spend a lot of money, but by the time she's old enough to do business with China, she's just going to need a little phone and say da 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 and back and forth.
That's it.
That's it. There's no need for
this exists now.
Yeah, I know. That's already.
I can find it.
But that's what I was trying to tell her.
I think you have like an earbox that has like a microphone translation.
And the reason why I say it is not so much it's good, I'm glad, but the amount of money she's spending it's
yeah.
To me, it's not.
How were the quotes here?
The quotes? The
Quotes.
quota?
Yeah.
The amount of money?
Yeah.
How much? Well, like a good Catholic school or a Catholic school that's rated higher, you're looking at 7,000-8,000 a year. A rich private school, it's not Catholic. Well, that's elementary. High school, you're looking at 15,000, something like that, right? That's elementary. Yeah. But a rich private school, elementary or middle school like that, you're looking at lots of thousands of dollars, which I find a crime.
In Spain, like a Catholic school, you can find from.
Oh, yes, there.
Uy, va.
Whoa. What are you doing?
In Spain, it's like 150 until 300 a month.
Okay.
The middle or lower. And then you can find from 500 to 1,000 a month.
Our little school is 400 something a month. So they end up paying like 5,000. But that's just tuition, not uniform, not book fees, not, all the other fees.
Yeah.
Registration, and all of that. So easily it's another $1,000. Now many of our children, since the tragedy of the killing of the children, the Archbishop made a commitment to the school that for 3 years they would subsidize almost complete scholarship to any of the children that were in the public school. Brothers of those children when the shooting took place. So, but the 3 years are up. This is the 3rd year, so we will see what happens. But yes, the Archdiocese is helping our school a lot.
That's good.
Yeah. But even like that, we only have 60-something children. 63. That's only 3 classrooms.
I will beat them. But here in United States, what's the minimum salary that people earn?
Minimum salary?
In Spain is like 1,200
a month?
a month,
1,200.
or now
Yeah,
1,500.
it'll be probably comparable because minimum salary and minimum wage, it comes out to something like $12,000 a year.
Yeah.
So yes, it would be pretty similar. Yet the standard of living in Spain probably is a little less expensive than here.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but a little,
Yes.
from what I recall when I went to Spain. But it was the best place compared to Italy or France. I don't know anything about any other place because I didn't go anywhere else.
But the weather, food in Spain is perfect. And when you travel, you realize that what you have in your own country. You say, "Oh, I miss the food," but it's true. It's even here in the United States, I think these days we are eating really well. But Spain is amazing. France and Italy have really good food too.
I really enjoyed the pasta in Rome. The last time.
You have gone a lot.
I have not in a while. I went in 2000. That was the last time I went to Rome. In 2000. I should have gone when I went in 2013, but I'm not the type to take too much advantage.
I really like Italy, and
Yes.
I've gone several times, and it's a place I feel comfortable there.
Yes. I think, well, I love Rome, but I think some of the smaller places, smaller villages, if you want to put it that way, they must be just this is always very busy. We were very lucky coming
Yeah.
because it's only one bridge to cross. There's no other.